more so. Now, if you didn't know that, then you learned something. Okay. When I found it, I almost fell off my chair because I had gotten a version of economics that suggested otherwise. And then I realized, after delving into the subject, that for 60, 70, 80 years, neoclassical economists have been claiming that command economies ought to be more efficient, more effective, more productive, more abundant than market-based economies. All right? That's what their equations say. We have other, in our view, we have other reasons to suggest that market-based economies should be more effective, more efficient, more productive than command economies. That's what's made the theory in part extraordinarily provocative. This is an important issue. It's not does X influence Y, yakety yakety, here's my measure, here's that. It's something other than that. Why do most market-based economies produce higher quality products than command economies? The theory addresses that. What's the role of marketing in competition? Can a market-oriented firm enjoy a sustainable competitive advantage? All these questions and many more. These are important kinds of things. If you want to have a theory that is successful, if you want to have a theory that's cited over 1,000 times, if you want to have a successful theory, address important issues. Okay? 2, it exhibits high explanatory and predictive power. Second reason it's been so successful is it explains a lot. My gosh, it explains a lot. And I'm not going to go through the things today. After all, this is a lunchtime talk, right? I'm not going to go through those things. You can go through the book, General Theory of Competition, and see the various things that it does explain and predict. And it explains a lot. So successful theories explain a lot. A third factor is it respects other disciplines' literatures. Okay? The theory has been successful because it respects other disciplines' literatures. Now, the standard interpretation, notice I'm using color here. Okay. I pre-tested it, pre-tested it, and that this was exactly the shade of red we wanted. By the way, Texas Tech is red and black. Texas Tech is red and black. Notice I use red and black. The standard interpretation of resource advantage theory is it's a blending of 3 different theories from 3 different areas. This is the conventional interpretation. That is, it's a blending of the 3 things. First of all, it takes heterogeneous demand theory from marketing. All right. It takes the resource-based theory of the firm from the strategy folks. Okay. And then it blends it with Alderson's differential advantage theory, puts the 3 together, and we get this thing called resource advantage theory. And that's kind of like the standard interpretation. But actually, whoop, back up. Oh, come on. Would you do it? Get me back up. There we go. Yeah, would you please? Thank you very much. Those things never work with me. I did a presentation at the University of Nebraska in Omaha, and I was invited not by the B School, but by their high-tech folks. And another side of the river there, if you know that place. And I'm giving this presentation, and it failed. It failed. Even they couldn't get it to work. And this was the high-tech version of the university. And the PowerPoint wouldn't work. Anyway, if you would, I'd appreciate it. Look, what the theory does, yes, it takes those 3 things, but it takes a lot more. It has very strong affinities with the evolutionary economics research tradition, with the Austrian economics, such as Hayek and von Mises, institutional economics, socioeconomics, economic sociology, and strategic management, and of course, marketing. So it really is an interdisciplinary. It really is interdisciplinary. This is not multidisciplinary. It is interdisciplinary. And that's one reason why I think it's been very successful. Next slide. Thank you. Look, we live in silos. All academic disciplines are silos. Within each silo, information goes up and down. It doesn't go across. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Right? So even though our theory did indeed respect the literatures of others, if you want them to pay attention to your theory, you've got to publish your theory in their literature. That's just what you have to do, okay? We knew that in 1995 when we developed the theory. We knew that if we wanted it to be influential in other disciplines, we had to publish the theory in their journals, and that's what we did. Next slide. This is the resource advantage theory, what I call the resource advantage theory research program. And between 1995 and 1999, there were 5 articles. Let's see. There we go. There were 5 articles in marketing. The original 3 in the Journal of Marketing, then the Journal of Marketing Management, and the Journal of Academy of Marketing Science. But at the same time, we published 3 in Management and General Business. This article right here, the Journal of Management Inquiry in the management area, was published in 1995. We started working on that before our JM articles actually appeared in print. This is, the JMI article is the 2nd most frequently cited article. Okay. Now why is that? Well, that's because it's in the management literature, for goodness sake. If you're going to cite it, they need a management source to cite it. So, Journal Management Inquiry in 95, Business Contemporary World, Journal of Business Research in 99, and then 3 in the economics literature. 1, the Journal of Evolutionary
Economic Issues.
Yeah, Journal of Economic Issues. The Journal of Evolutionary Economics actually rejected it. Made no sense, just no sense, but they did. Journal of Economic Issues accepted it, the Journal of Socioeconomics, and Eastern Economics Journal. All 3 of those appeared in 1997. Actually, they were written in 95 and 96, and they all 3 appeared in 1997. So we published it in those journals between 95 and 99. Then between 2000 and 2004, a bunch of marketing journals continuing to develop the theory, but also the International Journal of Management Reviews. That article has been cited over 100 times. The Journal of Economic Issues article has been cited over 100 times. The Journal of Management Inquiry article has been cited over 100 times. And of course, these 3 have been cited over 1,000 times. Then we published in JBR, and then these were collections of articles in economics books published by Fawcett Robertson and Fawcett Klein. And then, of course, I put the whole thing together in a general theory of competition, resources, competences, productivity, economic growth. There's no end there. There's no end there. That's on purpose. There's no, I don't like it that way. It just rolls off the tongue. No end. Okay? Next slide. Between 2005 and 2010, we continue to publish it in Industrial Marketing Management, Journal of Customer Behavior, JAMS, and Bitman Marketing, and in Management General Business, more in the Journal of Business Research, European Business Review, Journal of Supply Chain Management, with Donna Davis, who I think is here. Hi, Donna. Welcome. That was in 2008. And then this article is published in the law literature. It's the Journal of Law, Economics, and Policy. It was written by a staff attorney for the Federal Trade Commission. I am not a co-author of the article. I did review it for him before, made some suggestions of what to do. But what it does is it takes resource advantage theory and interprets the Supreme Court's recent decisions on competition within the context of resource advantage theory.